Y'all still having trouble unlocking the Facebook Level Up program? Why? What is going on, guys? My name is JB and I am here to help you grow your Facebook gaming page and grow your influence on the internet. If you want to hang out with me, I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. And in today's video, I will be explaining the number one thing all of you guys are having trouble with, and that is Facebook's community standards and partner monetization policies. If you guys would like to check out the original video of this, how to unlock the Facebook Level Up program, there will be an adaptation right over here. There will be an adaptation right over here. But anyway, this video is going to be quick and easy because you guys are really having trouble unlocking that community standards and partner monetization policies. So I am here to explain. All right, first things first, guys. Make sure that your page has been active and live and published for the last 14 days. That does not mean you have been streaming 14 days in a row. A lot of people make that mistake, guys. The thing you have to remember is your Facebook page has to be public, live, and published for 14 days. I have no idea why people keep saying that you have to unlock the Facebook Level Up program after 30 days. That was the old rule. That was the old one. Old one, goodbye, hello, bye. Here is the new one. The new rule is your Facebook gaming page has to be public, live, and published for 14 days. Not 30 days, not 30 days. 30 days is old. We are here in the new. So now that we got that out of the way, usually people don't understand that their Facebook gaming page has to be published, live, and public for 14 days. But now let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's go one by one, and I will explain to you the Facebook's community standards and partner monetization policies. Alright, here we are, guys. We have officially opened up the Facebook community standards and partner monetization policies right here. So here is the community standards and the partner monetization policies that I will be explaining each and every single one, so you guys will have no trouble unlocking the Facebook Level Up program. If you guys would like to join along with me and read this on your own time, read it line for line, word for word, the links to both the community standards and the partner monetization policies will be in the description below. So let's get this started, guys. Let's get this started. First things first, the community standards, which all of you seem to really don't understand. But you will understand. You will understand real quick because I will be explaining it to you right now. So let's read this line by line. This video is going to be so long. So, introduction, y'all can read that on your own time. Okay. Reiterating our commitment to voice. Okay. All right, let's start reading the important ones. So you guys can read this introduction all on your own. Or you know what? No, let's read it line by line because then you guys will be like, oh my god, Jamie, I'm having trouble again. So let's read it. Every day, people use Facebook to share their experiences, connect with friends and family, and build communities. We are a service for more than 2 billion people to freely express themselves across countries and cultures in dozens of languages. We recognize how important it is for Facebook to be a place where people feel empowered to communicate, and we take seriously our role in keeping abuse off our services. Okay, I like that. That's why we've developed a set of community standards. You know what? Let's zoom in over here. Let's zoom in over here so y'all can really read it. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? That is so clear. That is HD on the screen. There it is. We recognize how important it is for Facebook to be blah blah blah. That's why we've developed a set of community standards that outline what is and is not allowed on Facebook. That looks pretty important, guys. Our policies are based on feedback from our community and the advice of experts in fields as all that. So yeah, so basically they're just telling us why the community standards even exist and why they're very important, because they want to establish a presence and make sure everybody's safe and everybody's good on Facebook. Next, so these are the reiterating our commitment to voice. Okay. Authenticity. We want to make sure that people are seeing what people are seeing on Facebook is authentic. Okay, so it has to be authentic. Safety, another important. They want to make sure that people are on Facebook are safe. That's pretty good. Privacy, remain private, confidentiality, all that stuff. Dignity and equal rights. Okay, that's pretty important as well. Once again, I'm not going to read every single thing here, but I will be reading the specifics. So let's go to the specifics. That's usually the ones that you guys have a lot of trouble with. So let's go here. Let's go. Clickety, clickety, click. Number 1, violence and criminal behavior. Let's zoom out here. Okay, let's read this together. Violence and incitement. We aim to prevent... Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? We aim to prevent potential offline harm that may be related to content on Facebook. While we understand that people commonly express disdain or disagreement by threatening or calling for violence in non-serious ways, we remove language that incites or facilitates serious violence. We remove content, disable accounts, and work with law enforcement when we believe there is a genuine risk of physical harm or direct threats to public safety. We also try to consider the language and content in order to distinguish casual statements from content that constitutes a credible threat. Okay, in some cases, we see aspirational or conditional threats directed at terrorists and other violence. Terrorists deserve to be killed, and we deem those non-credible absent specific evidence to the contrary. So basically, you cannot threaten people with violence on Facebook. However, they are very clear that they do look into the context of how it's said. So when somebody says terrorists deserve to be killed, they understand that that's not really a threat. That's more of a statement. So it's not really somebody, making a threat to somebody. And they do say that they do work with law enforcement. So do you guys understand? Don't say or do violent things. Okay, I feel like that's checkity check. Next. Dangerous individuals or organizations. So, if you are part of an organization that does any of these things, you ain't allowed on Facebook. So, as sad as this might be to say, if you are part of any of these things, you can't be on Facebook. Do I really have to reiterate on that? No? Okay, let's move on now. Let's move on now. Coordinating harm and publicizing crime. In an effort to prevent and disrupt offline harm and copycat behavior, we prohibit people from facilitating, organizing, promoting, or admitting to certain criminal or harmful activities targeted to people, property, animals, whatever. We allow people to debate and advocate for the legality of criminal and harmful activities, as well as draw attention to harmful or criminal activity that they may witness or experience, as long as they do not advocate for or coordinate them. So you cannot coordinate harm and publicizing crime. If you're doing illegal criminal things, you cannot do it on Facebook, guys. Don't do criminal and illegal things. Next. Regulated goods. Okay, this is pretty easy. So, you cannot sell or trade non-medical drugs, pharmaceutical drugs, and marijuana. We also prohibit the purchase, sale, gifting of firearms. So you cannot sell a gun on Facebook, guys. I feel like because I'm explaining all of these things, YouTube's going to be like, oh my god, you're talking about guns. Literally, I'm telling people not to sell guns on Facebook because it will get you in trouble. Okay, firearm stores and online retailers may promote items available for sale off of our services as long as those retailers comply with all applicable laws and regulations. We discuss about sales of firearms with firearm parts in stores or by online retailers and advocating for changes in firearm regulation. Regulated goods that are not prohibited by community standards may be subject to our more stringent commerce policies. Somebody in the comments will be like, JB, can you go over the commerce policies? You can even read more if you have more questions. So, drugs, marijuana, guns, anything regulated. Unless you're a retailer, you cannot be doing that on Facebook. So don't sell drugs, guys. Don't sell regulated medical supply, medical stuff, medical drugs. Don't sell guns if you're not a retailer. Excuse me. Next, fraud and deception. In an effort to prevent or disrupt harmful or fraudulent activity, we remove content aimed deliberately deceiving people to gain an unfair advantage or whatever. Okay, so don't be fraud. Don't be fraudulent or deceptive. That's pretty good. Okay, are we done with safety? Are we done with violence or criminal behavior? All right, let's go to... Okay, so we're done with all this stuff. Let's go to safety next. This video is gonna be like 30 minutes long, but it's okay. You guys wanted this video, and I really want you guys to, I know I joke a lot about this stuff, but again, I want you guys to know what you are allowed and not allowed to do on Facebook. So next, suicide and self-injury. Okay, so basically... Okay, we remove content that encourages suicide or self-injury, including certain graphic imagery and real-time depictions that experts tell us might lead others to engage in similar behavior. Self-injury is defined as the intentional and direct injuring of the body, including self-mutilation and eating disorders. So, I feel like if I tried to explain that to you, I'll get taken down by YouTube. So I will just read it as is and let you guys, jump to your own conclusion. Because I feel like people are going to hate on me for this. But again, so anything with suicide and self-injury and everything they say on Facebook, I'm literally just reading this from Facebook. I'm not trying to add my own stuff to here. So self-mutilation, bodily injury, eating disorders are not allowed on Facebook, guys. You guys can hate on me for that, but again, I'm just reading this stuff off of Facebook community standards. So, yep, raise awareness. Okay. All right. So basically, if there's anything about suicide, eating disorders, mutilation, anything that has to do with hurting yourself in any way is not allowed on Facebook. So do not do any of those things. Again, you guys can read it more here. Moving on. So moving on. Next. Okay, so we're done with suicide and self-injury. Next, child sexual exploitation, abuse, and nudity. So, let's read this. So, we do not allow content that sexually exploits or endangers children. So, anything that is, child sexual stuff, not allowed. Abuse or nudity, not allowed. So, you cannot have minors being nude. You cannot sexual exploitation, nothing of that, not allowed on Facebook. When we become aware of apparent child exploitation, we report it to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in compliance with applicable law. We know that sometimes people share nude images of their own children with good intentions. However, we generally remove these images because of the potential for abuse by others and to help avoid the possibility of other people reusing or misappropriating the images. So Facebook does understand that cute little picture of your little kid, with the shirt off, it's cute and everything, or those little portrait things that they have for babies when they're first born, they're naked, right? It's really cute and it's really beautiful. Please don't post it on Facebook, guys, because you guys will get in trouble because it is against their community standards. However, good intentioned it may be. So moving on. So anything that has to do with children, abuse, nudity, sexual stuff, not allowed on Facebook. Next. Sexual exploitation of adults. So if there's sexual exploitation of minors, there's also sexual exploitation of adults. Okay, we recognize the importance of Facebook as a place to discuss and draw attention to sexual violence and exploitation. Okay, we do believe it's important. Okay. We remove content that displays, advocates for, or coordinates sexual acts with non-consenting parties or commercial sexual services such as prostitution and escort services. We do this to avoid facilitating transactions that may involve trafficking, coercion, and non-consensual sexual acts. So, there's even a do not post here. Okay. So all of these things are not allowed, guys. Okay, anything to do with sex, not allowed on Facebook, guys. So if it has to do something, if it's sexual, not allowed on Facebook, basically. You guys can read this for yourselves, not allowed on Facebook. So, community standards and partner monetization policies. If you guys are asking, what does this have to do with Facebook gaming? Everything. Because if you do not follow the community standards and partner monetization policies, then you can't unlock the Facebook Level Up program. It's not that hard. If you guys don't follow this, then you guys get in trouble, and you guys have a lot of questions of what you can and can't do on Facebook gaming. So I'm explaining everything in this video. Next. Bullying and harassment. So you cannot bully and you cannot harass people on Facebook, guys. No bully, no harassing. Repeatedly contact someone in a manner that is unwanted or sexually harassing or directed at a large number of individuals with no prior solicitation. So no bullying, no harassment on Facebook. If you do any of that stuff, then you will be ineligible for the Facebook Level Up program. Next. Human exploitation. Okay, after consulting with experts from around the world, we are consolidating several existing exploitation policies that were previously housed in different sections of the community standards into one dedicated section that focuses on human exploitation and captures a broad range of harmful activities. So any of these stuff is not allowed, guys. Child soldiers, not allowed. Criminal activity, forced begging, forced drug trafficking, organ donations, domestic servitude, aka slaves, labor exploitation, forced marriages. All of these crazy things not allowed on Facebook. Not allowed. If you do any of those things, then you will not be allowed to do the Facebook Level Up program. You guys are probably like, what does this have to do with the Facebook Level Up program? You guys asked for it. So if you guys don't do this, then you guys get in trouble. Next, privacy violations and image privacy rights. Okay, basically, you should not post personal or confidential information about others without first getting their consent. So get their consent first, guys, so that they can have their privacy and all that good stuff. So do not post any of these things. Identification numbers, social security numbers, government IDs, school education, none of these. Do not post none of these without the other person's consent. Next, this is always the one that is always like super gray. Objectionable content. Hate speech, not allowed. Wait, hold up. Is that it? There's a lot. Okay, violent and graphic content. No violence, guys. Please don't be violent. We remove content that glorifies violence or celebrates the suffering or humiliation of others because it may create an environment that discourages participation. Okay, no violence allowed. Next, adult nudity and sexual activity. No nude stuff on Facebook, no sex stuff on Facebook. Is it really that difficult? Next, sexual solicitation. Okay, we draw the line, however, when content facilitates, encourages, or coordinates sexual encounters between adults. So, you cannot be trying to look for somebody to do the dirty with on Facebook, guys. Next, cruel and insensitive. We believe that people share and connect more freely when they do not feel targeted based on their vulnerabilities. As such, we have higher expectations for content that we call cruel and insensitive, which we define as content that targets victims of serious physical or emotional harm. Okay, we remove explicit attempts to mock victims. Okay, so no memes, guys. Do I really need to give examples of what's cruel? Like, don't be mean to people. Like, don't be mean. Just behave. Okay, next. Integrity. Okay, we're almost done, actually. Integrity and authenticity. Misrepresentation. Don't be misrepresenting yourselves, guys. Authenticity is a cornerstone of our community. We believe that people are more accountable for their statements and actions when they use authentic identities. That's why we require people to connect on Facebook using the name they go by in everyday life. Oh, okay. So basically, don't go on Facebook and use a fake name. Use your real name. Use the name that you go by every single day. If your name is JB, then use the name JB. Next, spam. So don't spam, don't comment the same thing over and over, all that stuff. Don't spam, don't spam, don't spam, guys. Cybersecurity. We recognize that the safety of our users extends to the security of their personal information. Attempts to gather sensitive personal information. Yep. So don't be trying to get people's information, guys. Don't be trying to get people's information, guys. It's not good. Next, inauthentic behavior. In line with our commitment to authenticity, we do not allow people to misrepresent on Facebook. You cannot use fake accounts, artificially boost the popularity of content, or engage in behaviors designed to enable other violations under our community standards. And I like how they say engage in behaviors designed, artificially boost the popularity of content. That sounds specific. I wonder what that means. Durr. This is the time that we gotta switch to the webcam only. Now you guys saw what that said, right? In fact, I'll read it again. Artificially boost the popularity of content. What's something that you guys probably do that artificially boosts the popularity of your content? Oh yeah, follow for follow. Share for share. Like for like. Do you guys do that? Do you guys do that? Do you guys do that? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Like, not to throw shade or anything, but I have seen somebody with like 4,000 followers and like 100 views, like 2 likes, and like 1 million shares, but they were the only one sharing it. I'm throwing shade at you, brother. Stop doing follow for follow, guys. Stop doing follow for follow. It is completely against Facebook's community standards and partner monetization policies. You will not be able to unlock the Facebook Level Up program if you do follow for follow. I can make an entire video about why you shouldn't do follow for follow, but don't stop doing follow for follow. Stop doing follow for follow. You can't unlock the Facebook Level Up program if you keep doing follow for follow. Stop it. Stop it. Focus on your content. Focus on what makes you unique, and the followers will come. And just an FYI, Facebook doesn't care how many followers you have. I've seen people with like 3,000 followers with the subscriber button, and I've seen people with like 70,000 followers with no subscriber button. Facebook does not care how many followers you have. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. They care about your watch time. They care about your engagement, aka likes, comments, shares. Yeah, that's what they care about. They don't care how many followers you have. They don't care. They don't care. I've seen somebody with 2,000 followers with the subscriber button, and I've seen people with way more followers than that guy with no subscriber button, because they do follow for follow. So stop doing follow for follow. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. All right, back to the video. Back to the video. False news. False news. False news. Don't do false news. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't spread false news. Don't spread false news. Just because somebody says, oh, somebody died, doesn't mean you go sharing it to everybody because you're spreading false news. Stop. Stop. Okay. Stop spreading false news. Don't spread false news. Next. I'm pretty sure like this video is going to take like 5 seconds to edit. I swear. Next. Manipulated media. Let's read about that. Media that can be edited in a variety of ways, like a filter effect on a photo. Okay, so media including image, audio, or video can be edited in a variety of ways. In many cases, these changes are benign, like a filter effect on a photo. In other cases, the manipulation isn't apparent and could mislead, particularly in the case of video content. We aim to remove this category of manipulated media when the criteria laid out below have not been met. So, don't post any manipulated media. If you want to know more about that, y'all can check this stuff out. You can click the read more thing here. Memorialization. When someone passes away, friends and family can request that we memorialize a Facebook account. Once memorialized, the word remembering appears above the name of the person's profile to help make it that account is now a memorial site and protects against attempted logins and fraudulent activity. To respect the choices someone made while alive, we aim to preserve their account after they pass away. We also have made it possible for people to identify as a legacy contact to look after the account after they pass away. All right. Visit Hard Questions for more information about our memorialization policy and process. So, if somebody dies on Facebook, then their account can be made into a memorial, basically. A memorial so that people can remember them even when they moved on. Okay, I'm not going to get into that. So, let's move on now. Let's move on. Next, respecting intellectual property. Oh, this is another one. Basically, don't do... There it is. You own all of the content and information you post on Facebook, and you control how it is shared. Don't use copyrighted music. Oh my goodness. Did you guys see the last video? The last video about where to get like decent copyright-free music? The annotation will be right here. Right there. Annotation will be right there. Guys, please don't use copyrighted content. I swear that really pissed me off, that video, that post that somebody made. They were literally like, just go on YouTube and increase the speed 1.2, 1.5. And I'm like, oh my God, why are you giving people that such idiotic and stupid advice? You are literally trying to get people copyright striked and get their page taken down, and you are. I really wish I could show that. I could show that idiotic comment on here, but I don't want to make anybody feel bad, so I will let that person remain anonymous. But I swear on my life, some beginner streamer literally goes, "Hey, where can I get some copyright-free music? How do I use copyright-free music without getting in trouble, like legally?" And some idiot goes, "Yeah, go on YouTube and just increase the speed and you're good." And I'm like, oh my goodness, it's such stupid, idiotic advice. If you want to see that video of where to get actual copyright-free music, right here, right there, in the annotation. Go there, check out that video, and you guys can use legit, legal, copyright-free music without getting in trouble by Facebook. So moving on, don't use stuff that isn't yours. Is it really that hard? Don't use stuff that isn't yours. If it's not yours, don't use it. That's why you use copyright-free stuff, copyright-free videos, copyright-free music, copyright-free stuff. If you want to use somebody else's work, all you got to do is either you pay for it or you ask for their permission, and not just, hey, can I use it? Like written in paper, written permission that you're allowed to use their content. Guys, please don't be shooting yourself in the foot just by these stupid copyright strikes. Just don't do it. So next, intellectual property. There's a whole section on intellectual property, literally. Okay, so once again, you own all the content information you post on Facebook, and you control how it is shared through your privacy and application settings. So once again, do not use stuff that you do not own. If you do not own it, then don't use it. Or if you don't own it, you pay for it, or you get express permission. Written permission. Not, oh, sure, dude. Like, seriously? Next, content-related requests. Okay, that's not really something to do here. User requests. Okay, this really isn't anything important that has to do with the Level Up program specifically, but it's here. Next. Additional protection of minors. Okay, so you guys can read that. Not really, directly important to the Facebook Level Up program. Okay, so we are officially done with the community standards, and we will now be moving on to the partner monetization policies, which is even stricter rules. But basically, guys, the two things that I can tell you about the community, the three things that I can tell you about the Facebook community standards and how to uncheck it is, number one, make sure your page has been live published and good for the last 14 days. Number two, stop doing follow for follow, please. Number three, Stop using copyrighted content if you don't have permission to use it, either by paying it or express permission. Guys, please stop shooting yourself in the foot by doing all these things. Please stop it. And you guys are like, I'm pretty sure like 1 million people will be in the comments like, I've never done that in my life. Yeah, good for you. But a lot of people do. A lot of people do that. I've seen it on Facebook, on these little streaming groups. People actually do this stuff, and they have no idea that they're not even allowed to do it. So next is partner monetization policies. So basically, if you want to be a Facebook partner, these are the things you got to follow. But not only Facebook partner, if you also want to unlock the Facebook Level Up program, aside from abiding from the community standards, you also have to abide by the partner monetization policies, guys. So let's go over here. So look at that. Number 1, follow our community standards. So if you follow these rules, then you will get this check automatically. Next, follow our content monetization policies. Let's read it together. Monetized content must pass an additional level of standards above and beyond our community standards. These additional rules are called content monetization policies. These include deeper restrictions on the content itself and the formats in which it is presented. So that's basically telling us what it is. Next. Share authentic content. So, what does authentic content means? Creators and publishers posting content flagged as misinformation and false news may be ineligible or may lose their eligibility to monetize. So, you cannot be spreading fake news. You cannot be doing fake things. You have to make sure your content is authentic. Authentic. That's literally all you gotta do. So, you can't do clickbait. You can't do clickbait, guys. If you guys don't know what clickbait is click this video if you want to lose weight in 10 days. Like, stuff like that. Don't do that. Share original content. Oh my goodness. What does original content means? Make sure it's your content. Make sure you don't use copyrighted music. Make sure you don't use copyrighted video. Make sure that you have express permission if you were to use copyrighted permission, or make sure you pay for it. Would you guys like me to make a video? Oops, my nose is so itchy. Would you guys like to make Would you guys like me to make a video on where you can get paid copyright-free videos and copyright-free music? Because I did make a free video. I would love to make a paid video. So if you guys would like to see that video, please tell me in the comments below. Next. Monetize authentic engagement. There's that follow for follow again that I was talking about earlier. Let's read it now. Creators and publishers can only monetize content consumed by their natural, authentic, engaged audience. This means creators and publishers may not engage in any behavior that artificially boosts views or engagement. This includes manufacturer sharing, which is coordinated distribution of content, often for compensation. Guys, follow for follow is literally against the Facebook partner monetization policies and community standards. Stop doing follow for follow. I seriously have to make a video on why you shouldn't do follow for follow. I should definitely make a video why you should not do follow for follow. That video will be coming up soon. Creators and publishers may lose the ability to monetize if their audience significantly consists of fake engagement, including but not limited to likes, follows, and views. I've seen that, guys. I've seen people with 10,000 followers with literally 0 views, 0 likes. Guys, stop using bots. Stop doing follow for follow. Just focus on your content. Make fun, engaging, entertaining content that people actually want to watch. If you put the same energy that you do, I'm being serious. Hold up. I love how my hat is all messed up now. Ooh. if you guys put in the same amount of effort that you do with your follow for follow posts, like share road to 1,000 followers, if you put the same amount of effort that you do for those posts that you make like every other day into your content, you would get a lot more viewers a lot quicker. And you would get a lot more followers a lot quicker. You would get a lot more likes a lot quicker. I'm not trying to like, you know, show off or anything. I'm just saying. Like, if you took like 30 minutes to read the community standards and partner monetization policies, you would know that follow for follow is literally against their community standards and partner monetization policies. So that's probably why you can't unlock the Facebook Level Up program, because you keep doing follow for follow, or you keep using content that isn't yours. So stop it. Moving on. Whew. This video is gonna be like 40 minutes long, my goodness. Next, follow our payment terms. Monetizing, okay, so you gotta follow with Facebook's rules for receiving payments. Follow page terms. Next, content published by a page instead of onto a group or profile has its own rules to follow. So you got rules for pages. Develop an established presence. Here it is, guys. This is another one that a lot of people don't actually know. So to be eligible to hold up, wait. To be eligible for all monetization features, this means having an established presence for at least 30 days. To gain access to in-stream ads, this also includes maintaining a sufficient follower base indicated by your Facebook friends or followers. Now, this is pretty vague. I'm not sure if they mean that your Facebook page has to be up and live for 90 days, or if your Facebook as a whole, like your Facebook profile, has to be around for 90 days. I feel like it's your Facebook profile, because if you guys check the actual monetization rules, it's also different. So this is pretty vague. Because look, indicated by your Facebook friends or followers. So I feel like this has something to do with your Facebook page. This has something to do with your personal Facebook page, not your gaming page. Because look how vague it is. Like it's pretty vague. Like, I don't think they mean 90 days. I'm not sure. Please correct me in the comments, but I'm not sure, because this is always the one that people have trouble with. It's always this one, 90 days. So I'm not sure if that's the Facebook page 90 days, or if it's the personal profile behind the page. Because if you guys do check the monetization policies, it's also different as well. They have different rules on how to unlock in-stream ads, how to unlock branded content, and how to unlock the subscription button. So not so sure about that. We have to ask Facebook what they mean about this. Either the page has to be active for 90 days, or your personal profile that's linked to your page has to be active for 90 days. Because why would they say indicated by your Facebook friends and followers? Like, you don't have Facebook friends on your Facebook gaming page. It doesn't make sense. But whatever. So if you're a politician, you have your own rules. So if you are a politician, you have your own rules. So to my politicians reading this, you have your own rules. Okay, next, only connect to entities that follow our policies. So you also have to be part of communities that also follow their policies. So if there's a community that isn't following their policies, get out of that community. Goodbye. So I feel like, example, if there was like a follow for follow group on Facebook Gaming and you join the follow for follow group, I feel like because you are part of that group, then you are not associating yourselves with people that follow the Facebook community standards and partner monetization policies. Therefore, you could, not be able to unlock the Facebook Level Up program. So I'm pretty sure that I explained basically everything. I'm pretty sure I explained basically everything, guys. So that is it. If you were to take anything away from this video, it's those three things. Number one, make sure your Facebook gaming page has been live, published, and good for 14 days. Number two, make sure you stop doing follow for follow. And number three, make sure that you stop using copyrighted content. And of course, if you have any other questions, the links to these two things, the community standards and partner monetization policies, will be in the description of this video, guys. So once again, make sure you subscribe, you like, and you hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. If you want to hang out with me on Facebook Gaming, the link is in the description as well. And I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Philippine Standard Time. The video to how to unlock the Facebook Level Up program will be over here, over here, over here, and the video to where to get the best free copyright-free music is over here. And I make new videos every Saturday, so I will see you guys next week. Bye bye bye. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.